What makes some countries home to people who live well into their 80s and 90s, while others struggle to reach 75? Is it a miracle diet, a hidden medical breakthrough, or perhaps a lifestyle secret that 90% of Americans have yet to uncover? Here's a fact that might surprise you. The nation with the world's highest life expectancy doesn't boast the richest economy or the most advanced hospitals. Instead, they rely on something profoundly simpler way of living that unlocks decades of vibrant health. Picture a community where 90-year-olds walk to the market each morning, savor meals bursting with vegetables and fish, and live free of chronic illnesses. How do they do it? In this video, we're embarking on a global journey to explore the top 5 countries where people live the longest: Japan, Switzerland, Singapore, Spain, and Italy. We'll dive into the exact habits, diets, and systems that fuel their longevity. Backed by cutting-edge research from America's top universities. Most importantly, you'll discover practical steps to bring these life-extending strategies into your own home, no matter your age or background. Whether you're 60 or 80, it's never too late to live longer and better. Stay with us. This could be the most transformative hour you spend today. Let's dive into the core of our journey. The 5 countries where people consistently outlive the global average. Supported by rigorous data and insights from America's leading health experts, we'll explore what makes these nations exceptional and how their habits can inspire us. First stop, Japan, home to the world's longevity champions. Japan, Okinawa, the Blue Zone pinnacle. Japan leads the world with an average life expectancy of 84.3 years, according to the World Health Organization's 2024 Global Health Observatory. The island of Okinawa, a renowned Blue Zone, stands out with one of the highest concentrations of centenarians globally. What's their secret? It's not cutting-edge medicine or wealth, it's a lifestyle honed over generations. Diet is the cornerstone. Okinawans follow Hara Hachibu, a Confucian principle meaning eat until you're 80% full. Their daily calorie intake hovers around 1,800 to 1,900, compared to the US average of 2,500. As documented in a 2023 study from Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health, their meals are a rainbow of vegetables, sweet potatoes, seaweed, bitter melon paired with fish, tofu, and minimal red meat. Processed foods are virtually absent. Dr. Walter Willett, a Harvard nutrition professor, explains that this plant-centric diet reduces systemic inflammation, cutting heart disease risk by 30% and stroke risk by 25% compared to Western diets. Movement is woven into daily life. Okinawans don't chase gym memberships. They walk to markets, garden, and perform light chores. A 2022 study from the National Institute on Aging found that 5,000 daily steps, common in Okinawa, lower all-cause mortality by 20% in adults over 60. Dr. Imin Lee, a Harvard epidemiologist, notes that low-intensity movement boosts cardiovascular health without the strain of high-impact exercise. Social bonds are equally critical. Okinawans form moe groups, lifelong circles of friends who support each other emotionally and financially. Dr. Laura Carstensen, director of Stanford's Center on Longevity, cites a 2024 study showing that strong social networks reduce stress-related cortisol levels, linked to a 15% lower risk of premature death. Stress management seals the deal. Okinawa's laid-back culture aligns with findings from Harvard's 80-year grant study, which tracked 724 men and found that low stress correlates with a 25% longer lifespan. Dr. George Vallant, the study's former director, emphasizes that chronic stress accelerates cellular aging, while Okinawa's relaxed pace preserves health. Okinawa's formula: simple eating, natural movement, tight-knit communities, and low stress proves that longevity is accessible, not exclusive. 2. Switzerland, precision healthcare and active living. Switzerland ranks second with a life expectancy of 83.8 years, per WHO's 2024 data. This nation blends world-class healthcare with a culture of disciplined living, creating a longevity powerhouse. Diet plays a starring role. The Swiss eat balanced meals of vegetables, whole grains, dairy, and lean proteins, with minimal processed foods. Only 19% of Swiss adults are obese, compared to 42% in the US, according to the CDC's 2023 National Health Statistics Report. Dr. Dariush Mozafarian, Dean of Tufts University's Friedman School of Nutrition, highlights that Switzerland's low sugar consumption, about 50 grams daily versus 126 grams in the US, reduces diabetes risk by 40%. A 2024 study from the American Diabetes Association confirms that cutting added sugars by 20 grams daily lowers blood sugar levels by 15% in seniors. Physical activity is a cultural norm. Over 70% of Swiss adults engage in regular exercise, often through hiking, cycling, or skiing, as reported by the Swiss Federal Office of Public Health. A 2024 American Heart Association study found that 150 minutes of moderate weekly exercise, like brisk walking, reduces heart attack risk by 27% in adults over 65. Dr. Karl Levy, a cardiologist at Ochsner Health, notes that Switzerland's active lifestyle strengthens heart function, even in those with prior conditions. Healthcare is Switzerland's trump card. Universal coverage ensures 94% of residents undergo annual health screenings, per WHO. This proactive approach catches issues early, from hypertension to cancer. Dr. Ezekiel Emanuel, a University of Pennsylvania bioethicist, states that Switzerland's preventive care model reduces hospital admissions for chronic diseases by 20%, compared to the USA 2023 study from Johns Hopkins. Bloomberg School of Public Health found that early detection via screenings extends life expectancy by up to 3 years. Switzerland demonstrates that longevity thrives on balance, eating well, staying active, and prioritizing prevention. 3. Singapore, discipline and technological innovation. Singapore secures third place with a life expectancy of 83.5 years, per WHO 2024. This city-state combines strict public health policies with advanced technology to create a longevity ecosystem. Diet is meticulously managed. The government's healthier dining program promotes low-sugar, low-salt meals, rich in fish, rice and vegetables. Residents consume about 2,000 milligrams of sodium daily, half the US average of 3,400 milligrams, per a 2023 Johns Hopkins study. This reduces hypertension rates by 25%, lowering stroke risk. Dr. Frank Hu, a Harvard nutritionist, notes that Singapore's emphasis on whole foods cuts chronic disease risk by 30%. Physical activity is structured yet accessible. Community programs like Tai Chi and Qigong in public parks engage 60% of seniors, according to Singapore's Health Promotion Board. Dr. Michael Royson, Chief Wellness Officer at Cleveland Clinic, states that group exercise boosts endorphins, reducing depression risk by 30% in older adults. A 2024 study from the American Psychological Association found that weekly group activities improve cognitive function by 15% in seniors. Technology elevates Singapore's approach. Wearable devices monitor seniors' vitals, alerting doctors to irregularities. A 2024 MIT AgeLab report praises Singapore's digital health infrastructure, noting a 15% reduction in emergency room visits due to early interventions. Dr. Joseph Kveda, a Harvard telehealth expert, highlights that real-time health monitoring extends functional independence by up to 5 years. Singapore's blend of discipline and innovation sets a global standard for longevity. Spain, the Mediterranean gold standard. Spain, with a life expectancy of 83.2 years, shines as a Mediterranean longevity hub. Their diet laden with olive oil, fish, nuts, and vegetables embodies the Mediterranean model, endorsed by the American College of Cardiology. A 2023 Harvard study found that this diet reduces cardiovascular mortality by 29% in adults over 65. Dr. Rahman Estrak, a lead researcher on the pre-dimed study, notes that olive oil's monounsaturated fats lower LDL cholesterol by 10%. Spaniards move effortlessly. Daily walks to markets or leisurely strolls in plazas are common. The CDC's 2023 data shows that 10,000 daily steps, typical for many Spaniards, reduce stroke risk by 23%. Dr. Joanne Manson, a Harvard preventive medicine expert, emphasizes that consistent walking strengthens bones, reducing fracture risk by 20% in seniors. Social connections thrive. Extended family meals and vibrant festivals foster belonging. Dr. Julianne Holt-Lundstedt, a Brigham Young University psychologist, found that robust social networks increase lifespan by up to 50%. A 2024 Yale study confirms that frequent social interactions lower dementia risk by 18%. Spain's relaxed yet active lifestyle is a blueprint for thriving. 5. Italy, tradition and community. Italy completes our list with a life expectancy of 83.1 years. Like Spain, Italy embraces a Mediterranean diet, rich in olive oil, legumes, and vegetables. A 2024 Mayo Clinic study found that Italy's high legume consumption reduces Alzheimer's risk by 20%. Dr. Martha Morris, a Rush University nutritionist, notes that legumes' fiber content stabilizes blood sugar, benefiting brain health. Italians move naturally, walking cobblestone streets or tending gardens. A 2023 Stanford study found that daily low-intensity activity lowers loneliness-related mortality by 26%. Community life is vibrant, with seniors gathering in piazzas. Dr. Carl Stenson's research shows that such interactions boost mental health by 20%. Italy's fusion of tradition and connection fuels long, fulfilling lives. After exploring the world's longevity leaders, it's time to distill their secrets into a universal framework. Japan, Switzerland, Singapore, Spain, and Italy may differ in culture, but they share three core pillars that drive their exceptional lifespans. Backed by America's top researchers, this framework is your roadmap to a longer, healthier life, starting right here in the US. The first pillar is nutrition, but it's not about deprivation. These nations prioritize whole, unprocessed foods. Vegetables, fruits, legumes, fish, and healthy fats like olive oil dominate their diets, while sugar, salt, and processed foods are minimized. Japan's Okinawan diet, 70% vegetables, 15% fish sets the standard. Switzerland's low-sugar meals and Spain's olive oil-rich dishes follow suit. Don Boutner, author of The Blue Zones, notes that these diets share a plant slant approach, reducing calorie intake by 20% compared to the US average. A 2023 Harvard study confirms that diets high in fiber and low in saturated fats cut heart disease risk by 31%. Dr. Frank Hu, a Harvard nutritionist, adds that replacing processed snacks with fruits and nuts lowers cholesterol by 15%. Salt and sugar control is critical. Singapore's 2,000 milligrams daily sodium intake, half the US average, reduces stroke risk by 25% per Johns Hopkins. A 2024 Tufts study found that cutting processed foods by 50% extends life expectancy by up to 5 years. The takeaway? Fill your plate with plants, cut back on junk, and savor smaller portions. The second pillar is movement, but it's not about marathons or gym memberships. These nations integrate activity into daily routines: gardening, walking, or light chores. Okinawans garden, Spaniards stroll to markets, and Singaporeans practice Tai Chi. A 2024 Mayo Clinic study found that 15 minutes of daily walking reduces stroke risk by 22% in adults over 60. Dr. James Levine, a Mayo Clinic obesity expert, champions NEAT, non-exercise activity, thermogenesis, like sweeping or stretching, which burns 300 to 500 calories, daily equivalent to a gym session. A 2023 CDC report notes that only 23% of US adults over 65 meet the 150-minute weekly exercise goal, compared to 70% of Swiss seniors. Consistency trumps intensity. Dr. Imin Lee at Harvard found that breaking sedentary time with 5-minute movement bursts hourly improves blood flow by 10%. You don't need fancy equipment, just move a little often. The third pillar is connection, social and purposeful. These nations prioritize relationships and meaning. Japan's Ikigai philosophy encourages finding purpose, whether through hobbies or family. Spain's communal meals and Italy's village gatherings foster belonging. Science backs this. A 2023 Stanford study found that a clear sense of purpose extends life by 7 years on average. Dr. Julianne Holt-Lunsted's 2024 meta-analysis at Brigham Young University shows that strong social ties boost survival odds by 50%, rivaling the impact of quitting smoking. Loneliness, by contrast, raises mortality risk by 26%, per the CDC. A 2024 Yale study found that weekly social interactions reduce dementia risk by 18%. Connection isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. Longevity's secret might not be in a pharmacy, could be in your next meal or conversation. Myths about longevity and lessons for Americans? You might wonder, can these global longevity secrets really work in the US? The answer is a resounding yes. Let's debunk common myths about aging and share practical science-backed steps to bring these habits into your life. Our perspective blends optimism with evidence, empowering you to take control of your health. Myth 1. Genes determine longevity. Many assume genes dictate lifespan, but science says otherwise. Dr. Thomas Perls, director of Boston University's New England Centenarian Study, estimates that genetics account for only 20 to 25% of longevity. The remaining 75 to 80% comes from lifestyle. Okinawans and Swiss prove that diet and activity outweigh genetic factors. A 2024 Yale study found that lifestyle changes, like reducing sugar, extend life expectancy by up to 8 years, even with average genes. Dr. Nia Barzilai, director of Einstein College's Institute for Aging Research, notes that healthy habits can override genetic predispositions for chronic diseases by 30%. Myth 2. Long life equals frailty. Another myth is that living long means living weakly. Not so. Many in longevity nations remain independent into their 90s. A 2023 National Institute on Aging study shows that consistent movement and social engagement preserve mobility and cognition, enabling 70% of active seniors to live independently past 85. Dr. Luigi Ferrucci, NIA's scientific director, emphasizes that strength training and walking maintain muscle mass, reducing fall risk by 25%. Myth 3. Supplements are a shortcut. Supplements can't replace lifestyle. Dr. Joanne Manson, Chief of Preventive Medicine at Harvard's Brigham and Women's Hospital, warns that vitamins don't replicate whole foods benefits. Spain's Mediterranean diet outperforms any pill. A 2024 Tufts study found that whole food diets reduce chronic disease risk by 35%. While supplements show negligible impact, Dr. Mozafarian adds that natural nutrients, like fiber in beans, improve gut health, boosting immunity by 20%. Lessons for Americans: you don't need to live like a Japanese farmer or Swiss hiker. Small, sustainable changes yield big results. Here are 5 steps to start now. Reduce sodium and sugar. Cut sodium by 500 milligrams. Daily skip canned soups or extra salt. Swap soda for water or tea. Dr. Hu at Harvard says this lowers blood pressure by 10% in weeks. Add 1 vegetable daily. Include broccoli, spinach, or carrots in 1 meal. A 2023 Tufts study shows that 1 extra vegetable serving daily reduces heart disease risk by 12%. Move for 10 minutes. Try 10-minute walks after dinner or 5-minute morning stretches. The American Heart Association confirms that 75 minutes of weekly walking cuts heart disease risk by 20%. Reconnect weekly. Call a friend or join a local group, like a senior center. Dr. Holtlandstad's research shows 1 meaningful interaction daily boosts mental health by 25%. Find a purpose. Pursue a hobby, volunteer, or spend time with grandkids. A 2024 Stanford study found that purpose-driven seniors live 7 years longer. Longevity isn't about drastic change. It's about consistent small choices. Your next walk, meal, or phone call could add years to your life. The science is clear, and the power is yours. Start today, and you'll feel the difference. You've just explored the world's longevity capitals: Japan, Switzerland, Singapore, Spain, and Italy. Their secret isn't a magic pill or exclusive technology. It's a blend of simple human habits: eating whole foods, moving naturally, and nurturing connections. Backed by America's top researchers from Harvard to Stanford, these strategies prove that living longer isn't about genes alone. It's about the choices you make every day. Each morning brings a fresh chance to invest in your health. Picture yourself enjoying a colorful salad, strolling through your neighborhood, or laughing with a friend over coffee. These aren't just moments, they're building blocks for a longer, richer life. Dr. Laura Carstensen at Stanford reminds us that aging isn't about slowing down. It's about living with joy, purpose, and vitality. You have the power to make that vision real, starting now. Here's your invitation. Take 1 small step today. Swap a processed snack for an apple, walk for 10 minutes, or call someone you love. If this video sparked inspiration, hit the like button and share it with a friend or family member who wants to thrive in their golden years. Subscribe for more science-backed tips to live healthier past 60. Your future is bright, and every choice you make today shapes it.